This has been, I think, the most transparent political congressional investigation since I've been in Congress for 7 years.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I should remind the gentleman that Hunter Biden was here today. He wants to testify in public. But Republicans said no because they wanted to do it behind closed doors so they can go on Fox News and cherry pick facts and figures and distort the truth. Tried to blackmail a foreign head of state to dig up political dirt on Joe Biden. Donald Trump has been indicted more times than he's been elected. Donald Trump's kids stole money from a cancer charity. Donald Trump's son-in-law took $2 billion from the Saudi government in a deal so shady that it would make even Richard Nixon blush. Damn! We're here because Donald Trump asked you, demanded that you be here today. Dozens and dozens of Republicans, and even Fox News hosts, let that sink in, have bluntly admitted that there's no evidence to support impeaching President Biden.
Republicans are saying the quiet parts out loud concerning the real reason for their ongoing sham impeachment.
And then, of course, there's this other issue of whether Joe Biden was involved in his son's business dealing that I think the American people are looking at as well. So I think all that together is why you see the numbers where they're at.
There are few people better at highlighting said sham impeachment than Massachusetts Representative Jim McGovern. And he had time for several subjects today. Everything from their relentless need to appease their cult leader, now selling baseball cards, by the way, fitted with fabric from his mugshot suit.
My last two Trump digital trading card collections sold out in just hours. And now I'm back with my latest series called the Mugshot Edition. Purchase 47 digital cards and we'll mail you a beautiful trading card. It is an authentic piece of the suit I wore when I took that now famous mugshot. And it was a great suit, believe me, a really good suit.
To how Republicans always seem to blame Democrats for their own malpractice. But starting with the whole Trump says jump, Cuomo says, yes sir, as high as my voice. I know Ben would have liked that.
Joe Biden knew.
He knew about the car payment.
McGovern spent a few minutes today outlining how it all leads back to Trump.
Donald Trump says jump. The MAGA extremists say how high. Donald Trump asked them to impeach Joe Biden. And here we are. They broke the law trying to stop Joe Biden from becoming president. They broke the law trying to violently overturn the election to prevent Joe Biden from taking office. And now they are waging this extreme political stunt by abusing and weaponizing the impeachment process. They tried to overturn the election on January 6th, and now they want to finish the job. And today, Democrats on the Rules Committee will make a simple case to the American people. First, that Joe Biden is a man of decency and integrity who respects the law, and this impeachment charade is an extreme political stunt designed to help Donald Trump win. Second, that every absurd Republican allegation against Joe Biden has been debunked. Third, that despite this fraudulent process, Republicans have received extraordinary cooperation from the White House. And fourth, that Republicans are doing this because they are focused on the wrong priorities and want to distract from their total failure to get anything done. And when this is all over, I am confident that the American people will overwhelmingly agree that this whole impeachment stunt is a national disgrace, designed to distract from their own incompetence and to help Donald Trump, a twice impeached ex-president who's been indicted more times than he's been elected.
That's gonna hurt!
And as Republicans often do when their backs are against the wall, they try to deflect, blaming Democrats for their own inability to unify over the simplest of things like choosing a speaker.
The House spent 26 days electing 2 speakers. I don't dispute we spent that much time, but we were thrown into that situation not by Republicans, but by 8 Republicans and 208 Democrats that voted to vacate the chair. So the fact that we had to spend extra time dealing with our own speaker election, we wouldn't have had to do that were it not for 208 Democrats voting with 8 Republicans to make that happen.
Please don't blame Republican dysfunction on Democrats. It's not our fault it took 15 votes to elect your first speaker. It's not our fault that it took 2 weeks after your first speaker was ousted to find another speaker. I mean, the idea that we should vote for a Republican Speaker of the House who doesn't share our values. No, we voted for Hakeem Jeffries. We voted our values, but that it's our fault. You changed the rules to make it possible for any member on your side to oust a sitting speaker. You did that. So you've changed the rules to make this dysfunction easier. And so please don't blame that on us. Glad the gentleman mentioned the infrastructure bill, the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Most of my Republican colleagues voted against it. Just in case you forget what that bill is, that's the bill that, even though you voted against, you do press conferences and ribbon cuttings every time some of that money goes to an infrastructure project in your respective districts.
Now, there are several indicators you look for when it comes to exemplifying just how shambolic this whole thing is. Is there a slither of evidence? Nope.
They have not laid a glove on President Biden, and they have no evidence of him committing any offense, much less an impeachable offense. So this is where we are. We take it that the Republicans, if they can get their votes together, are planning to vote to conduct an impeachment inquiry today. You know, the mysteries are called a whodunit because it starts with a crime and then you try to determine who committed it. This is more like a what is it, not a whodunit. We don't know what the crime is.
Do Fox News even buy it? No, not anymore.
And I think the smoking gun that people missed on Monday was Chairman Comer releasing that there's a monthly stipend from one of these shell companies of hunters going to Joe Biden, connecting the dots,
He says he's paying him back for a truck. I'm just telling you what he said.
The House Oversight Committee has been at this for years, and they have so far not been able to provide any concrete evidence that Joe Biden personally profited from his son Hunter's overseas business, but they are going to try again with this impeachment inquiry that's set to start next week. Stu.
Peter, thanks very much indeed. See you again soon.
Okay, but surely there's a chance if Newsmax buy into it.
He's making your investigation sound like a joke, and he's trying to make you look like a joke.
Nope. Lost them too.
I'm just wondering political implications. So now we're on the clock here. We're less than 11 months from Election Day. It's going to be a close election. Despite what the polls say, it doesn't even matter who the Republican nominee is. This is going to be a very close election, November 5th, 2024. What does this mean for Biden? Let's say the House decides in February, March, early 24 to move forward with impeaching him in the House. It's dead on arrival in the Senate. We know that. Democrats control the Senate, so it's an exercise in futility anyway. I get that Democrats did it to Trump twice, all right? And I think they had a lot less both times, clearly. The second time, he wasn't even president. He was out of office. But I'm thinking about Bill Clinton, 1996. This only made him stronger. I'm thinking about Donald Trump, first impeachment. His approval ratings went to their highest levels during his 4 years in office. Could this actually have the opposite effect, Rick, and make Joe Biden stronger heading into election?
Yes, this is just how far Republicans have fallen. They are struggling to rally confidence from a network that literally has their hosts yell at veterans if they dare question the cult leader.
Because he knew this would happen. In fact, we all did. I called it on this program. My 12-year-old son knew about it. And so I've got Americans there that are stuck. To me, that's a hostage situation. But, Joe, I appreciate you working to get them out. I really do. Yeah. And I wish you all luck in the world.
With due respect,
thank you for...
with due respect, Grant, I mean, like, veterans, being one, right, and our friends are over there. Right. We followed this closely for multiple administrations, and we know that Trump's administration's efforts here were fairly weak, that they were trying to limit the number of people that would get out. And so there was coordination problems.
Joe, I'm going to cut you. I'm already weak. I'm already low on time, Joe. Joe, cut him off, please. Cut him off now. Cut him off now. You're not going to blame this on President Trump on my show.
That's how pathetic this whole thing has become.
They've continued to update, not just Chairman Comer, but Chairman Jordan, Chairman Smith have been on TV, they've been on print. You can't turn on a news program without seeing one of those three update the American people on this. So to say that we somehow lack transparency is laughable, especially
over the course of this year-long fishing expedition, because this is not beginning today. You've been doing this for over a year. House Republicans have poured over tens of thousands of pages of documents and financial records provided by the administration, have interviewed witnesses for dozens and dozens of hours, yet nothing they have revealed has supported their wild conspiracy theories and debunked the allegations. Nevertheless, here we are. But I think it's important to point out that that this is a waste of time. I'm going to give you the words of Republicans. Don't take my word for it. Speaker Mike Johnson reportedly told his own colleagues, quote, that there is insufficient evidence to initiate formal impeachment proceedings. Rep. Mike McCall admitted, we don't have the evidence. That's his quote. Ken Buck, our colleague, the evidence for impeachment doesn't exist right now. He also said, I haven't seen any evidence linking Hunter Biden's activities to Joe Biden. It's clear to me why Republicans are going after Joe Biden and trying to drag his name through the mud. They want to help normalize Donald Trump's corruption and criminality. There's no comparison, none whatsoever, between the decency, civility, and public service of Joe Biden and the criminality, corruption, and abuse of power of Donald Trump.
Thanks so much for watching. We're only a few subscribers short of 2 million subs. Please subscribe right now to the MeidasTouch YouTube channel for free and help us grow this unapologetically pro-democracy network.